Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday morning makes. I believe today is episode 19 of 2023 for me. And I know so many of you follow along with Saturday morning makes, both on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Instagram made some changes this week to the way their hashtags work. And now when you click on the Saturday morning makes hashtag in Instagram, we used to be able to sort by recent posts, and it would show all the recent posts. And that was how I was making my comments the majority of the time. And now today, when you go to click on the hashtag, it's not doing the same thing anymore. They did an upgrade and they've changed the way it works. So we can certainly try to look for everybody by name, but I'm sure we're going to be missing some posts. And so I wanted to talk with everybody, let them know that that's happened on Instagram. And the only idea I can think of right now that might allow us all to still be in a community together would be to start a Facebook group for Saturday morning makes. What I'm going to do is toss this out to you guys and ask for your feedback. Are you interested in a Facebook group? We could continue to hashtag Saturday morning makes and everybody just try to look for as many posts each weekend that you can on Instagram. Of course, the hashtag is still working on YouTube. But I would love anybody that has any ideas or suggestions, please leave them in the comments down below. I'm going to take a look at everybody's comments over the weekend, and then I'll try to reach a decision on how to move forward, if we should just continue to post to Instagram with the hashtag and everybody just do the best they can, or if anybody has any other ideas or suggestions, it would be so appreciated. On that note, welcome into Saturday Morning Makes. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful weekend. I'm getting a little bit of a late start because my son had his prom last night, and we were up until 2 in the morning. So I'm sorry that I'm filming this a little bit late. Here in Seattle, it's about 11:30 this morning. I had some other things happen this morning that had to be taken care of too. So I'm sorry that this is going to upload fairly late today. But let's go ahead and dive in. Today, my projects feature Lili of the Valley Stamps, as well as some items from My Creative Time, Impression Obsession, Peachy Stamps, and Trinity Stamps dies. I think that's everything. And there may be a couple Spellbinders dies in there too. But anyway, those are the company's products that I'm working with today. But primarily, I'm coming on to focus on the Lili of the Valley stamps release that they did for spring. And so I'm going to go through. I want to preempt this by saying I am working with the digital copies of the polymer stamps, okay? So the sizing of what I'm doing may be slightly different than what you're going to get in the stamp set. So please reference their website, okay, to see exact sizing, all right? And these are the ones that I'm going to show you, the prints that I'm showing you are supposed to be true. These ones are actually a little bit smaller than the actual size. But I just want to preface that and say, but the content of the stamps is all correct. Okay. But again, look at the website, view the stamp set on the site, for these A5 polymer sets. And then you can, take a better look, and make sure that you have all the information you need. And right now, these are only available in polymer. They are not digital yet. Again, I'm a designer. This is a UK company. I'm in the US, so they send me the digitals so that I can share them with you. I have been a longtime customer of Lili of the Valley, and I love them. So I'm very happy to bring this release to you. And I know that a lot of you from my Saturday Morning Makes 18 episode last weekend, I shared a lot of the flower tags with you in my projects for Red Lead. So if you didn't watch that video, you can see some of these stamp sets in action on that video also. But let's go ahead and dive in. So this is the A Year in Flowers stamp set. It is it's two A5 polymer sheets for 25 pounds UK. And you get all of these beautiful tags, okay? And then coordinating sentiments that go with it. You get the months of the year. This is how they appear. And you can see when they're delivered, I'm going to show you what the stamp set looks like. You can stamp the month in if you want, or you can stamp a sentiment up here. But this is just kind of laid out so that you know which month goes with which flower. Okay, so carnation is January, viola is February, daffodil is March, April is the daisy, May is lily of the valley, June is rose, and then the second set, July is a water lily, August is poppies, asters are September, cosmos are October, chrysanthemums are November, and then holly is December. But the set itself allows you the flexibility to either put a sentiment up here, or if you want the month, like maybe you're sending a birthday card in the month of June and you want to use the month of June. But you have the flexibility to use these however you want. They just included the months of the year as well, you know, on one of the sets. And then on the other set, it has all of the different sentiments you can use. Special friend, in my thoughts, blooming lovely, happy birthday, thank you, best friends, just for you, and with love. So this is a wonderful set. I already used it in last week's episode, but I plan to make, you know, as always, as time permits, I always love to use things over and over again. So this again is what the set looks like when it's delivered. And then if you want to add the months or the sentiments into the area, you can. Okay. So those are, again, a year in flowers. Okay. So 12 tags, 12 different flowers plus sentiments. So that is wonderful. And then we have the LOTV flower sentiment tags. And again, I used these in episode 18 last weekend in the red lead episode. I used a lot of these to decorate my cards and as sentiments. And it's just such a beautiful, beautiful set. Anything you want to look at longer, you can pause the video so that you can keep looking. Okay, I love this set, and I used it again today, and I'm going to share a card with you in a few moments. And then we have the LOTV chocolate recipe tags. This includes homemade chocolate chip cookies, homemade chocolate truffles, homemade hot cocoa, which you know I'm going to use that for Christmas tags, and then homemade brownies. And these each have different things that you can color on the images. You can color them in. And then they also included all of these tags down the center. So you have chocolate is the answer, home sweet home with the chocolate chip cookies. This one says all you need is love and chocolate, basically. Isn't that the truth? And then we have happiness is homemade. And then this one says, oh, so sweet, and it has a chocolate bar. So just an adorable set, and I did make tags with this one to show you. I also made tags with the everyday recipe tags, and this one has apple pie, which I had asked for, homemade red velvet cake, homemade chocolate lava cakes. Oh, yum, those sound good. And then peach cobbler, which is my husband's very favorite thing. My husband's too. I used to make him fresh peach cobbler every summer when the peaches came in from the farms. At the farm stand, we would buy them and then make a peach cobbler. Oh, it's so good. Fresh peaches are delicious. It says, if it's baked, it's good. This one says home sweet home, and it has a little pie on it. Then we have eat, sleep, bake, repeat, and then baked with love and cutie pie. So just adorable, adorable sets, and so excited to have some everyday recipe tags to use. Just, you know, when you're doing a birthday, so cute to add a tag and give someone a fresh apple pie or a peach cobbler. Then there's this one here, LOTV Vases of Flowers, and this one I am hoping to make a card with soon. I haven't used this set yet, but I have seen cards. If you go to the Facebook page for Lily of the Valley, they have cards posted there where one of their wonderful designers made really cute cards. I would like to use this. I would love to see them do this set digitally so that you could blow these up individually and then cut them out with a beautiful die and then color it and just add a sentiment. I think it would be very simple to make really sweet cards with this set. But I also think it's cute to just hand cut these and use them on a card. You know, you can arrange them in a certain way and, you know, cut a group of 3 of them with a die, you know. So anyway, that is my idea. Then we have the LOTV Flower Market stamp set, and this has beautiful Flower Market emblems that you can use, and I will show you a card I made with this set. We'll go ahead and start right there, okay? So this set, I created this card, and this uses a really cute mason jar from My Creative Time. This is a retired set, although Emma is going to be bringing new mason jars out very shortly, and I use this die right here. And so I use that die, and then to get the little pattern that's on the vase or jar, if you will, I just used a background die that I have from back in the day from my friend Laura of Little Inker Designs. Her business is no longer in business, but she was definitely one of the best die designers I ever knew. And she is the one who created stitching dies. She was the very first one in the industry to do it. So hello to Laura. But this is one of her stitching dies from way back in the day. And I'm not sure she was the very first one, but she definitely was the first one that I remember that did panel card front dies with stitching. So this is one of the original dies, and I did that on the jar just to add texture, and I love how that looks. I colored this little flower, one of the Flower Market tags to add to the front of the jar, and I love how that turned out. It says fresh cut flowers, tulips, roses, and peonies. So that decorates the jar so prettily. And you could even put like a round banner or something behind here, but I just added the texture and used that. And then this beautiful flower set is this set from Impression Obsession, okay? And this is by Jeannie Strife. And I loved, when I saw this, I love this little flower set. It's like the perfect set for mason jars. And it says, wishing you a happy spring. It says, spring is in the air. And then it says, happy Easter. And the name of it is Spring Things, and it's MC1167 from Impression Obsession. And Jeannie Strife, again, is the designer. Jeannie, I love this set. Thank you so, so much for creating it. And then the last thing that I used is a die set from... Oops, let me grab this. Is a die set from Trinity Stamps, and it's a set of rectangle dies. And I'm sorry they're such a mess right now, but I'm kind of behind this morning, so I didn't take time to straighten them out. So I used a piece of scrap paper. I was inspired by Lisa to dig my scrap bin out this morning. And I used just a scrap I had in my stash. I can't remember what paper pad this is from, but I based the colors that I colored the flowers on this piece of paper. And then this is a beautiful turquoise cardstock from Paper Tray Ink. And it is called, if you're interested, it's called Hawaiian Shores. Okay, so that's the name of the cardstock that I'm using today in the back. That's this color, Hawaiian Shores. And, oh, there's a piece of thread there. And I just hand cut out the flowers. I put one down here to add, just to kind of help your eye flow through the card. And then on the inside, I put the wishing you a happy spring. I added another one of those dies from Trinity Stamps. I used this little piece of paper left over to cut a little banner just to bring that to the inside of the card. And then on the back of the card is one of those little flower tags, again from Lily of the Valley. And I just used the smallest Trinity Stamps die to make this little scalloped tag, and then I added the flower tag to it. So I just love these little tags. They're so fun for decorating the backs of cards. Also as sentiments and so many other ways you could definitely use them. So that is that card. And then let's move on to the tags that I made today. And I have a bunch more than just what's showing here. But on these tags that are showing, I did use my PK3000 Jill's Favorites Assortment. These are some of my very favorite faces from Peachy Stamps. Many of you know that I work with Kathy and Dave helping to promote their products. And also, I just love Peachy Stamps. So after Kathy retired, I asked her to come back. And she did. So her website is active, and you can go and look at all she has to offer. This is a set that I designed with her, and I love using it. And the face that I used today on my little ginger right here is this one. okay? And this is, I'm going to set that aside, and this is a hot cocoa tag that I created using the hot cocoa tag set, or the set that has the hot cocoa in it. And I added this little ginger. He is a ginger that I actually made last year during my Christmas in July series, okay? And July is right around the corner, and I'm going to be starting Christmas tags. So I'm starting a little bit early, and I'm sharing this one with you. And this ball trim that I used not only on the tie, but to decorate the bottom of the tag. This is some old ball trim from Melissa Francis. And so I pulled this out because it was the perfect beige color to go with this theme of the hot cocoa tag. And this is a gingham paper in the background in a beige color, some brown cardstock, chocolate cardstock from Paper Tray Inc. This little snowball paper is a digital set from Snow and Cocoa, okay? And I bought the digital set. Oh, maybe Susan can put the company that it's from. It's a digital a digital company you can order scrapbooking sets from, and I cannot, something digitals, I can't think of it right now. So Susan Laverty, if you're watching and you'll remember what it is, you could put it in the comment area for people that, if they're interested in buying this Snow and Cocoa collection digitally. So I used that paper from them, and I printed the digital version of the stamp, which is all I have right now. I don't have the actual sets. I just have the digitals, and I printed it onto that paper. And you can always, with your printer, you can take a printed cardstock, turn it over, run it back through, depending on how your printer loads, and then print your digital stamp onto pattern paper. So that's what I did here. And then this cute little bow, which I doubled up here at the top, is from the My Creative Time bow dies set. And this is the Mini Bow Dies MCT D310. This is a set everybody should have in their stash, I think, because there's so many different size bows. And there's a ton that you can choose from to use on your projects. So I use that on the top of the tag here. And then I also hand cut out the hot cocoa mug that's here. I hand cut it out and added it to the gingerbread's hand. Okay, so this just turned out so cute. I love the bauble trim. It's always my favorite, especially at Christmas time. So that's my first tag. And I guess I can leave this in frame too, in case you guys want to look at that while I'm filming. And then because I had the digitals, I went ahead and printed a bigger hot cocoa tag so that I could make a bigger Christmas tag too. And that's the fun thing about having a digital collection. And again, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to offer these digitally or not, but right now they're photopolymer. But because I had the digital, I went ahead and blew it up. It also makes it a little bit easier for me to show it to you guys so you can see it. And I just love this homemade hot cocoa tag. I think they could make this in a big size and just sell it individually as an individual stamp. Just because it's such a fun one for Christmas time. So this, I colored in the little bits of the hot cocoa. I added a little smiley face in one of the O's. I colored in the mug itself. I added some little white highlights in places. Colored my white, I inked the whole thing, and then I used my white gel pen just to make the marshmallows pop out a little. So this one says, homemade hot cocoa, serve with marshmallows. And then what I did at the top, you can see that I added these two little tags. One says yummy, and the other one says love cocoa, okay? And these are from the set that I collaborated with them with, called the Baked with Love tags. And I had specifically asked them to design a set of heart tags with sentiments that were baking related and Christmas related, etc. And this set came out a couple years ago, and it still is one of my most used sets. I love their Christmas sets, and especially anything baking related because I'm a huge baker. So I did want to pull that out and use it. And I just tied it using some red embroidery thread, and I just let them hang down on the tag. And you could certainly do this differently if you wanted to not have them hang down the front of the tag. You could tie them a little bit tighter up at the top, or you could even have them hanging down by tying it through the ribbon at the top too. But anyway, I just added those for fun. I love adding movement to my tags, so anything that dangles, you could add some hot cocoa charms. There's a lot of different things that you could do. And then I also put the bobblehead trim on this one, and then I inked just a little, this is a Spellbinders die, which I've shown you guys before. And this is an old one that I got at the thrift store. So this is a set of Spellbinders dies from back in the day. I think they're from 2009. And I just inked the back of the scallop panel, added it to the back, and then I stamped with the stamp set. I just stamped it, and I turned the little hole into a flower just using a black marker. Or not a flower, a little bow. I just turned the little dot into a bow there. So, so this is my hot cocoa bigger tag, and again, if they are able to make these digitally eventually and release them, they will. But for now, you're going to get the size that comes in the stamp set. So be sure you're aware of what size you're ordering. When you order the stamp set, if you're interested in the sizes, you can certainly determine that by looking. So that's the information on those. And let me show you the die sets that I use to do this tag. Here are, of course, the ones from my creative time. And you guys saw me use these last Christmas and then throughout the year. And these are MCT D423, the scallop tag dies. And the set that goes with it is MCT D426. And these are the wavy and regular tag dies. And these are so cool because they have this little frosting piece that you can add to the tags. And that's what this white frosting is right here. It's using this die right here. And then the tag itself is cut using this 3-piece. And the one that I used, of course, was this one here. So those are the tag dies that I used to create this scallop tag. And then because I had the entire set of the recipe tags, I went ahead and made them all. So here's the little apple pie one, homemade apple pie. And I colored the apples in red and added just some little Copic coloring to the pie. I love having that frosting around the outside. This frosting border just makes the tag so sweet. And I did these all in earth tones. And then the other product that you see that I'm using, that I'm tying these with, this is a product that I ordered from Amazon. And I'm sure you guys have heard of Sari Silk Ribbon. But this is, I'll put a link to this on Amazon. And this is the vintage ivory color. And I just love this. I rolled mine into a ball. It comes twisted up as a skein. And I just untwisted mine and rolled it into a ball. Because I just love having earth tone trims on my desk. So this is just going to be sitting on my desk along with other, earth tone things that I use a lot, like, trims like this. This is a lawn trimmings from Lawn Fawn. But anything earth tone, it's always nice to have some earth tone trims on your desk because it goes with everything. So here's the homemade brownies one, and you can see I colored in the little bowl and the rolling pin. And again, that's that paper from the Snow and Cocoa collection. And I just think these turn out so, so cute, you guys. Here's the homemade chocolate lava cakes. You have the little chocolate bar there. You have your eggs, a whisk, and the little cake down below. Then we have the peach cobbler. This one I used some orange Copic marker. I colored the peaches in the bowl again. And I just think these turn out so cute using this gingerbread style with the little frosting. I just think it makes it very look dessertish, if you will. Not that dessertish is a word. Homemade red velvet cake. So that's wonderful too. And then the last one is the chocolate truffles, homemade chocolate truffles. And my mom's a huge chocolate truffle fan, so I'm sure she would get some use out of this. So if you buy the stamp set, you guys, the stamp set does have this circle here, but when you have the stamp, you just put a little piece of tape over that and mask it off when you're inking if you don't want it to stamp out on your tag. I only had the digital version, so I wasn't able to remove it, but you'll notice on the tags, you can also just cover it with a bow, or color it in like I did here. I just turned it into another apple with a little marker. So, but you can definitely mask it off when you have the stamp set. You just put a piece of tape over it and don't ink it. So you tape it off, ink up the stamp, then pull the tape off, and it won't stamp because you didn't ink it. Okay, so those are all of the adorable recipe tags, and these are just so much fun, you guys, and just a great way to add a cute, you know, if you're giving a get well apple pie or a Father's Day apple pie, imagine just attaching this tag to the top and then writing in a metallic marker, Happy Father's Day on the back. You know, so just lots of ideas for using these. I can't wait to make a peach cobbler this summer. Yum. And I'm at 25 minutes, so I need to go. But I also wanted to say that I had ordered these 2 stamp sets during their sale. They're still, I believe the sale's still going on, but double check, where you get 2 of their A5 polymer stamps for 25 pounds. And so I ordered the 2 for 25. I ordered these 2 beautiful bunny sets that they came out with a little earlier this year. And I have shared projects with these. You can find them both on Saturday Morning Makes videos and on my Instagram and Facebook feeds. And then they included for me this beautiful snow globe set. And I can't wait to make some Christmas tags with this. So it's an adorable snow globe. And then you have all of these scenes. There's a little penguin. There's the sentiment snow, snow, snow. There's a little village scene. There's a tree scene. There's a snowman scene. You have Let It Snow. And then you have this adorable little house with the trees and the snow falling and Merry Christmas. And then I love the car when you're going to get a tree with the Christmas tree on top. So just an adorable set called Snow Globes. So be sure and check out their sale. I want to thank you guys for looking at all of my little samples. And of course, my favorite, you got to know it, me and Christmas. I love these little hot cocoa tags, and using that sweet bauble trim adds so much to the tags themselves. So those are my projects for today. And then I had so much fun using this beautiful set from Jeannie at Impression Obsession. The mason jar, again, is from My Creative Time. My Creative Time is going to have mason jars coming out very soon. And wait until you see. I'm so excited about the release that's coming up. And then this was just a scrap. I was inspired to use my scraps by Lisa, and several other people have done posts for Saturday Morning Makes using scraps. So very, very inspiring. And I just had so much fun making this card. So be sure to check out Impression Obsession and all the beautiful new products that they have there. Trinity Stamps is a local Pacific Northwest company. I love their products also, so be sure to check them out. Again, a big hello to Laura Pryor. I still love your products. I wish someday you'd come back. And then, of course, my beloved My Creative Time. And this is the jar set from back in the day. You'd have to find this on a resale site. It is no longer available, but wait until you see what Emma has coming down the pike very soon. So that is everything for today. Thank you for joining me for Saturday Morning Makes. Don't forget at the beginning of the video that I asked for your feedback regarding the changes on Instagram. I'd appreciate your feedback today. Bless you all. Have a wonderful weekend. You all mean the world to me. Thanks for making Saturday Morning Makes part of your crafty life. All right. Take good care. Bye now.